Hi, I'm Colton Stansifer, detective and expert on everything at large. And I've heard rumors that one of our last 10 presidents used a voodoo doll to get elected. Can you imagine that? He used voodoo to win an election? That's cheating. But which of our 10 presidents was it? Was it Donald Trump? Was it Barack Obama? Was it George W. Bush? Was it Bill Clinton? Was it George Bush? Was it Ronald Reagan? Was it Jimmy Carter? Was it Gerald Ford? Was it Richard Nixon? Or was it Lyndon B. Johnson? Might have been Lyndon Johnson, because I don't know anything about Lyndon Johnson, so I know nothing about him. He's least suspectable, and obviously the biggest suspect, obviously. Then again, Richard Nixon has that stereotypical evil thing about him. Like, I don't know if he was really evil, but he seems to be portrayed as one of the most evil presidents. And the whole Watergate scandal, and the fact that he resigned. He probably used voodoo, realized being a president not as good as it could have been, and then used voodoo to help himself. You know, probably used voodoo to get elected, but then decided to resign. Then again, if he did use a voodoo doll, he could have used the voodoo doll to make it easier as president. He also could have used the voodoo doll to make it impossible for people to catch him for being responsible for Watergate. Could have been Gerald Ford. If those aren't life sketches with Jeffrey Chase or any indication, he was a very clumsy president. I wonder if it was clumsy with the voodoo doll. Well, could have been Jimmy Carter. No, I don't think it was Jimmy Carter. I mean, there's no way Jimmy Carter could have been smart enough to have known how to use a voodoo doll. Must have been Ronald Reagan. He was a movie star before being elected. As a celebrity, he had a lot of money and probably a lot of Hollywood connections. He could have easily gotten a voodoo doll quite quickly. Must have been Ronald Reagan. Of course, the Cold War ended while Reagan was in office. He probably used a voodoo doll to get rid of the Cold War. Then again, could have been George Bush. After all, Bush said we didn't have to eat our broccoli. Then again, if he did have a voodoo doll, he could have used it to get a second term. I guess this rules out any one-term presidents using voodoo. Unless he got the voodoo doll during the first term and gives up another one. Then, who else could it have been? Getting a headache. Could have been Clinton. He had kind of that doofusy appearance, and he was able to cheat on his wife. Like, he had to get cheat on his wife. He must be able to use a voodoo doll to make it possible to cheat. Or it could have been George W. Bush, one of the wimpiest presidents ever. I mean, he had W must stand for wimp. Then again, why didn't he use the voodoo doll to stop 9/11? Why didn't he use the voodoo doll to capture Osama bin Laden? This doesn't make any sense at all. Could have been Barack Obama. Yeah, ever since Obama was in office, the public's been a lot more easily offended and more sensitive. Obama might have made everyone more easily offended and sensitive and stuff. Might have been. Or it could have been our current president, Donald Trump. I mean, he's a millionaire, he has a lot of money. Of course, if he used the voodoo doll, wouldn't the wall been built by now? But yeah, a lot of people openly refused to vote for Donald Trump, and he got the most votes anyway. He could have used voodoo to get that, regardless of all the votes. And he has all that money, so he's rich enough to afford a voodoo doll. Which of them could have been? My head hurts. I don't know what we're going to see to figure out who did it. I'm going to see Zoofy, the Great White Fortune Teller Psychic. And I'll find out the answer to which of the last 10 presidents used a voodoo doll to win. Zoofy, are you here? Stansifer, it is I, Zoofy, the Great Fortune Teller. What do you want? Zoofy, I want to know which of the last 10 presidents used a voodoo doll to win the election. I do know who bought the voodoo doll. I can tell you which one bought the voodoo doll for $15,000. That's a lot of money, but I guess it'll be worth it. Okay, I'll give you the money. Hey, you. Yeah, give me the money. Alright. The president who paid for Voodoo doll to win the election was... Oh, I knew it! I knew it was that stupid president. I knew all along. I'm glad I didn't vote for that president. It's the one that used Voodoo. Thank you for telling me the answer, Goofy. Case solved. If you'd like to know who paid me to use my own magic powers to win the election instead of Voodoo doll, it cost you $80,000. If you want to know which president paid me to make his opponent appear to be a child molester, that would cost you $35. And if you want to know which president paid me to give him free Playboy magazines, it'll be $40 million.